Men used to go to war. Now they put little sticks in the grass and hit balls off of them.
Oh my God, we can't play golf?
Men used to go to war, now they bomb at clubs like this.
Women used to cry when their nudes got leaked. Now it's 3.99.
Alright y'all, so this gotta be one of the dumbest trends I've seen on the internet lately. And it's women using the caption, men used to go to war, as if us men need to go to war to enjoy a cup of coffee. It's not like my guy was out creeping on girls and showing them his nutsack and shit. He legit just doing homework and drinking coffee. And he's getting shamed. Shit crazy. And it's not only coffee, guys. This woman right here literally saw a building and said, wow, men really built this. But now they have Snapchat Premium. What the hell, bro? I can't have social media? Damn! Men used to go to war, but now you have to fight for a seat on the train. I, for one, believe in equality, and when you achieve this equality, this is what happens. He shouldn't have to be able to give up his seat just because you're a girl. Again, they don't owe you shit. But me personally, man, I'm a nice guy. If I see a mom and a kid, of course I'm gonna give them my seat, because she got a whole kid, bro. Like, come on. Like, is this really how they see us, just pawns to go out to war? Are we not allowed to enjoy lives as men?
He can he cannot fight. If we out and you get into it and you get your ass beat, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna leave you right then and there. But after we get in this car, they can drop me off. That's a deal breaker.
Just because I lost a battle, you gonna leave me? What kind of security is that? Like, these are the women we fighting for? This shit crazy! Crazy! You got me crazy!
So let me get this straight. Men used to go to war and send letters written on paper from Vietnam and World War II in France. Letters. Yet he can't reply to a text message. Because he's busy, you know, he just gets so busy and, you know, he's just got stuff going on. From war, they sent a letter on pigeon back. He can't type a message. The bar is so low that I can't even see it. Like, I don't even have to step over it. I just have to glide over it. It's so low.
So wasn't these letters like once a year or maybe 2 times a year? And that was literally their only means to communicate with their family back home. And of course, if I'm out there in the battlefield and I have no idea whether I'm gonna be dead or alive, of course I'm gonna wanna send a letter to my family. They might be my final words. And she's gonna sit there and compare it to me not texting back for a day.
Men used to go to war. Now they put little sticks in the grass and hit balls off of them.
Oh my God, we can't play golf? Shit!
Men still go to war, and I'd rather play golf 7 days a week instead of getting split in half by a 50 cal.
Exactly, they're saying this shit like men aren't still going to war. Y'all saw the videos, right, of like Ukraine women going to like Miami and other places and chilling while the men are out there fighting. Alright, that's not a laughing matter, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? But the men are out here fighting.
The caption is, men used to go to war. Yeah. That's nice. Oh yeah, get it. Now they're just hitting the gritty. Somebody said, God, the men you've sent to protect and serve are just serving. Very true. A lot of those guys can probably dance better than I can.
I actually dream of a day when my great-great-grandson will bring sexy back.
Somebody else said someone's daughter is just waiting for a text back from one of these. Oh, that is true.
So we can't dance? We can't get jiggy with it? Just because I know how to dance don't mean I can't protect you. You know what I'm saying? I might get jiggy with it, but I could also get jiggy with it in a real way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Men used to go to war. That's all I'll say.
I
Like,
know.
are you kidding me?
Maybe they should go again.
Exactly. They're saying man used to go to war this, man used to go to war that. But y'all used to be in the kitchen. Y'all used to be virgins. Y'all ain't used to be fat. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you?
But if that was to be a trend, oh yeah, we done. I'm joking, by the way, man. It's comedic.
And
used to go to war. Yeah, they shouldn't have had to do that. I'm watching this nice guy talk about putting his slippers in the sun so he can put his toes in warm slippers. And the first comment I see is, men used to go to war. Yeah, men used to go to war to protect other people's money. You're a victim. You should have never had to do that. Like when boomers are like, yeah, well, my dad never hugged me and showed me love and I turned out fine. No, you didn't. He should have. You're a victim. Instead of being like, hey everyone, I was hurt, so come over here and get hurt too. Acknowledge that that should have never happened to you. I'm trying to share trauma.
Yeah, if your dad never hugged you one time in your life, I'm sorry. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine having my son and not giving him a hug or telling him that I'm proud of him. I'm sorry y'all went through that, man.
This reads, men used to go to war. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but men definitely still go to war, first of all. But second of all, historically, this is always what they have done before going to war. For example, the ancient Romans version of hitting the gritty was a war dance called the Bella Crepa, which was done to the sound of weapons beating against each other. The Greeks had the Pyrrhic dance, which is basically like war ballet. And African tribes have things like the Indalamu dance, which is done to inspire soldiers on their long trek into battle barefoot. And I don't know about you, but I would love to know that an entire battle dance went into my beat-up's wings. Men have always danced and been silly gooses, and men will always dance and be silly gooses. It is part of being a man. In fact, if you ever see a man never dancing or never being a silly goose, he is being repressed by someone or something, and you need to save him. Let these men dance in peace.
Do we need men?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god, no. Women do not need men.
I don't think we need them, but I think that they're nice to have around sometimes.
Yes, I love men. He lives in Wisconsin and I'm here, and I love having my girlfriends and just being on my own.
It's rare to hear a girl on the internet say, yeah, we need men. But if you interview a bunch of guys, they'll probably say, yeah, we need women.
Oh my god, men used to go to war. Men used to go to war and now they're setting up tents at Coachella. Men used to go to war and now they're fashion niggas. Men used to go to war, come home, and beat their wives. Men used to go to war, come home, and beat their children. Men used to go to war, come home, and curse the entire bloodline with generational trauma.
Yeah, because they're saying that men used to go to war, as in like they want men to be the way they were back then. But if men were the way they were back then, you would have to be in the kitchen. You would have to be a virgin. And if you weren't, you would get shamed. And the shaming back then was different. It was a different type of shaming. You know what I'm saying?
Takes a very strong man to be with me. You have to know that there's millionaires, billionaires that want me, that can pay for my time or book me somewhere. There's people that can control my activities per se.
So the golden question is, why aren't you with these millionaires and billionaires? Oh, I know why. Because they only want to fuck. They don't want to commit long term. They just want to, She's equating them wanting to hit it to being with her long term and actually marrying her. Shit crazy.
Men used to go to war, now they bomb at clubs like this.
Women used to cry when their nudes got leaked. Now it's 3.99.
Damn!
We used to send men to war is a common thing that you'll hear. But the reason why a lot of countries would send people to go conquer or raiding is actually very interesting. You see, for a lot of human history, most men did not have families, or at least a large portion of men wouldn't have families. This is especially true in medieval Europe, where the lower classes, if they survived to adulthood, they might have families. However, if you were in the upper class, if you're not the first kid, you might not end up with a family. The common thing to do with younger sons was either send them out to become monks for the church or send them to war. Because these younger sons would not become the lord of the house or the duke or whatever, because the oldest son got everything. The younger sons wouldn't get anything. Well, to make sure that these younger sons didn't cause a whole bunch of problems, well, they would send them to war. Those sons would then hopefully go off to war, get a lot of money, be able to come back with their own wealth, and then be able to convince somebody they should marry their daughter.
So pretty much the firstborn got it easy. But the youngest, they have to get it out the mud, man. They have to go and conquer, get their own wealth, and convince these motherfuckers to give up their daughter.
Big reason for the conquistadors was these were all guys that didn't have enough money to be able to get married to any other fancy ladies. So Portugal and Spain instead sent them to the Americas to conquer, make money, maybe not make it back so that they don't have to worry about these guys. And oftentimes find the women there and keep them. Same thing goes for the Vikings. They'd send all the young guys away so that they wouldn't destroy their own villages, or cause lots of problems. There was no jails back then, after all. And if these guys came back, they'd either come back with a lot of money or they'd come back with some women. So next time you're going to say something silly like we used to send men to war, just remember the real outcome of that. That and having to go to war, which is a bad thing.
So they're on this internet talking all this nonsense. Even if it's for clicks or shits and giggles, it's still nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking like women haven't changed as well. Both genders have changed. Anyways, man, I just had to showcase this dumbass trend, bro. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
You talking my language, I can't help but like it. And just like a light switch,